Hey, look, it switches off my fraps. Okay, so we're going to resume. And the first thing we need to do is go to the bank. Because we have money that we need to transform to change into Croix de Cajon. Up, bank. Here we go.
One more step, and your brains will be about as useful as gator bait.
The continent welcomes us with such hospitality, doesn't it?
Beg pardon, my good man. Is the bank closed for some time?
As long as it takes Mr. Blackman to come back from Baton Rouge with more dollars.
You were robbed.
Not hardly. We had a jewel sale.
When might one expect Mr. Blackman to return?
He likely could come back most any day, but he'll be gone 3 days at the least.
Is there anyone else who could shed some light on this transaction? You see, we have come from Europe and are interested in a particular set of precious stones. It may well prove to be this same set your bank sold recently.
I ain't talking, and I don't know nothing about it anyhow.
Okay. So, that takes care of that.
What do you make of this, Holmes?
Not much. Let's walk around a little, see what happens.
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, he tells us he has no reason to go there. Oh, look, there's a Chinatown. I might as well save. There's a really annoying scene coming up pretty soon. And that's a brothel. Factory. Louisiana Sheriff. This isn't New Orleans. This is some podunk town. Okay, he doesn't know anything. I think the only other way I have is to talk to... let's not talk to Popeye there. Oh, I have a stack of money. He won't talk. We can try to make him talk.
There is one feller, goes by the name of Champagne. He's Cajun. He knows everything that goes on around these parts. You can most likely find him near a pile of planks at the end of the pier.
Everything has its price in America, isn't that what they say?
Yep. That's true everywhere, though. You guys have done plenty of bribing. Oh, less money. Plenty of bribing in other bills of exchange. Smith and Young Traders. That doesn't go anywhere. Everything important is in that bag, you say? Maybe you should not put all your eggs in one basket? Isn't that what the saying is? Of course, it's unfair for me to say that. I know what's coming. Something of a swamp. I see dogs. I'm not happy with seeing dogs.
With open arms, Watson?
Napoleon, Lafayette. Don't mind the dogs, they just don't take to the smell of gentle folks, especially foreign ones. So what can old Champagne do for you? How's about some planks for your boat? Maybe a ride in Gator's Bath?
Some other time, perhaps. People say that you know everything that occurs in this area.
Maybe so. Don't care much what them people say. What you want to know?
We are particularly interested in a recent transaction in precious stones. No doubt you are familiar with these events.
For sure that's true. Now that you say it, I reckon I heard of some swap for jewels. I would help you out, but my poor brain's like the train with no coal. What you want me to do? Now there's a bottle of some champagne with this and that. Old Champagne will have a thing or two to say to you.
Okay, so we want whiskey or alcohol of some sort. We have plenty of money. That should be easy. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's try the leftover of the money we gave him. We have. There's gotta be a reason we still. Oh, see, I forgot something. That's why Watson's not following me.
Speaking of that, it come to me true. Was a week ago, maybe two. A butler working for a rich man made himself a jewel trade to honor and co. Looks like business to be done fast and with a quiet way. At my foot, the truth is here now.
The name of the employer of this silent partner?
He go by the name Honestson. He from far up the bayou to the east. He got some crazy notions, hadn't? They must be all like that where he come from.
No doubt. One other matter. During the last few days, have you noticed any strange ship movements, especially regarding those taking leave of port late at night?
You did right by old Champagne, so I tell you true. 5 days ago, a ship, she weighed anchor in the middle of the night. She took sail right after a mess of folks brought a lot of boats to meet her and charged on board. These all came from the swamps. Could be toting contraband.
And they met in
Anyway,
water.
it left for the old world for sure. Old Champagne keeps to his own self. No reason to know nothing more. And advice to you, stay clear. Those that sticks their nose where it don't belong end up feeding the gators round these parts.
We shall consider ourselves duly warned. Good day.
And if he wants to go for a ride in the bayou or something else, old Champagne treats you right. I take dollars, bottles of you know what, right?
Okay. Let's see if he's following me now. Jump back to the pub. We're here. The bar, saloon.
Holmes, our bag! Thief! Stop! Thief!
There you are.
Stop!
This does not look happy.
There he is.
Oh, crap. There we go. There you are. Chinatown, huh?
He's there.
Those are some heavy boxes that Holmes just tossed aside. That's a nimble thief. He's leading me along. There you are. Oi.
Stop!
Yeah. Parkour! And if you read the most recent Dresden, you got a laugh out of that. Parkour! Up the way the thing's moving, it's supposed to be following him, but he's invisible. There you are. Oh, bloody. It won't let me. Oh! I could read the walkthrough for each part of this, but it would take too long. I mean, I wouldn't lose or anything. Aha. But it would just be too annoyingly long. I think that was right. Bloody hell. Yeah, it's the fan. Ah! There we go. And it's gotta be down here. Oh! Tetanus! 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 And there goes the thief. Past the cops.
Stop right there, you two. Not a move.
But the thief, he is going to...
Thief? What thief? All I see are two foreigners tearing up my wharf, making a lot of noise. I expect you have some sort of papers proving who you are and what business you have in my parish. I assume you have proof you're here legally.
What? Of course we have papers in our bag. But that villain, he... Well, upon my word, you allowed him to make off with our bag.
What are you insinuating, sir? Are you trying to offend me?
Gentlemen, look here. Calm down, Watson.
But can't you see that...
Watson? See, you are Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson.
Please, spare us the pretense. You know very well who we are.
And a clever fella in the bargain. Listen to me, listen up good, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson. You will leave tomorrow morning for Europe on the same ship that brought you here. No need to offload your bags. Just turn around and get back on board. Nothing good will come your way if you ignore my advice. Oh, and one more thing. Without proper papers, you're nothing more than outlaws here in New Orleans. And outlaws end up as gator bait in my parish.
Would not be a sheriff in New Orleans.
With open
New Orleans
arms,
is a
was it,
city.
Watson?
Holmes, enough.
It seems they were warned of our arrival and waiting for us. Let's find the wealthy side of the city and the house of this Anderson. Come, Watson, time is not our friend. Watson, let's pay a visit to this Anderson.
Let's get rid of that knife since it's not going to be of use. Oh, there we go. There's a woman over there. Okay. Hello.
Ah, Watson, it seems we have arrived at the place. Look there, on the iron door.
Looks like no one is here, Holmes.
It's a pity, Watson. This is our only lead.
Or maybe not. Looks like we have another lead.
Good morning, miss. Please don't be alarmed. We won't harm you, my dear. What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Lovely. When we arrived here, you were looking through this gate. This is the residence of Mr. Arnson, isn't it? Do you know him?
Yes, sir.
Do you know if he is at home?
Don't rightly know, sir.
Watson.
Come now, don't distress yourself like this. Why all these tears?
Because of my little brother, Davy. He serves with Mr. Arneson, and been more than 5 days since I heard from him.
Perhaps he went on a trip with Mr. Arnson.
No, sir. Tain't likely. I serves at the Gallagher's just the other side of the road. If they had left, I would have seen them. Something bad has happened. I can feel it.
But if you were so near, surely your brother would have cried out for help if there had been any real danger.
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's right smart in some ways, but Davy can't talk. Not a word. Besides, most evenings, we visits and sees each other across the stable door. It been more than 5 days since he been there. Oh, sir, I be mighty scared. Something has happened to him. I just knows it.
Miss, take us to this stable. Watson, I think this place is indeed isolated, and therefore quite vulnerable.
There be. I'm gonna go wait on the road. That way, if my mistress calls for me, I can hear.
It is hardly secure, Watson. Regard the lock. It has a primitive wooden latch which is also quite flimsy.
I need my spoon. What a knife will have to do.
Bravo, Holmes! Holmes, this horse is dying of thirst. Poor animal.
He has had no water for these past 5 days, Watson.
Unbearable.
5 days. That would kill a person.
This should prove useful.
Nails. Look around for anything else. Horseshoe.
I hope this gate is not locked, because it appears quite formidable. Open!
Let's take off the caps lock and walk. I don't want to miss anything because I was running.
Observe, Watson, these beautiful, well-tended flowers. Someone must care for them. This should prove useful. This should prove useful. This should prove useful.
I don't know how you know that'll prove useful.
This should prove useful.
I mean, you have nothing telling you for sure that you're going to need those flowers. I know what you need the flowers for. But okay.
Look, Holmes, a raccoon. Come here, you little rascal.
They won't allow us too close, Watson, though the little imps are rather inquisitive by nature.
Okay. And there was, yep, that's what I saw on the way here.
Another footstep. The hunt is on, Watson. Blood. However, given the small amount, the wound should be superficial. Wait, this is interesting. There is a trace of mud here. Some footsteps or marks, not clear enough to make out. Let's see if there are others. Some footsteps or marks, not clear enough to make out. Some footsteps or marks. Some footsteps or marks, not clear enough to make out. Let's see if there are others.
Okay, I think I got everything I can here. Time to follow the tracks in the blood and look. Oh, scrapings.
Ah, Holmes, there are thousands of these mosquitoes.
We must turn back, Watson, or we shall be devoured.
There's gotta be more of these footsteps. Here we go.
Footsteps. Let's see. Watson, regard the traces in the soil. A body was dragged here recently. Undoubtedly it was a man of great size. More traces of mud. A person, wearing shoes thick with fresh mud, entered the garden by this gate. They entered the house and then returned, dragging a body back along the way. This erased some signs of their former movements, but not entirely. Fortunately, I have a particular talent for tracing footsteps. A neglected art indeed.
Yeah, Holmes is rather, despite being a city person, Holmes's talent for tracking for tracking is equivalent to a lot of country people.
What a wretched smell, Holmes.
Quite wretched, Watson. It is the foul stench of death.
Okay.
Watson, hold the basin. I think you know what to do with it.
Why suddenly switch to Watson? Okay, yeah, but yeah, time to go water the horse. That goes off to mosquito hell.
Easy now, fellow. Drink up.
Hey! You were on
What
top of
could this
something.
be doing here?
Let's run back to Holmes.
Here you are, Watson. Ah, it's a ham. What a delectable aroma. If only I were hungry.
Those potato skins, dead rat, cockroaches, flies. I guess those aren't sinister enough. Anything else in here that other than the ham? Okay, no, it doesn't look like... Wait a minute, let's see if I can go out this way.
The body was dragged from behind this door. Blood! Watson, what do you make of this?
What a horrific sight! It has lain here for at least a week.
On the contrary, Watson, once again you see, but fail to observe. The warmth of the local climate and the exceptional humidity undoubtedly sped up the rate of decomposition. Based upon my calculations, the body has been here for 5 days. Let's examine the hands. They are calloused, with traces of dirt under the nails. This would be the gardener, no doubt. Interesting. The person who sat here was fond of cigars. Papers were burned, and great care was taken to destroy everything of any value to our case. We will find nothing further in this place. This must be Anson. He appears fond of cigars.
And hunting.
What's this? Someone placed their hand near this footstep. Judging by the size of the fingers, it seems to be a youth. Why would they lean down here? Of course, to pick something up.
Nothing, nothing.
Curious, there are some mud that appears to have come from underneath the bed. These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man. Anson, with his servant, no doubt. Yes, there is something here. Yes, there is something here. These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man. Yes, there is something here.
Yes, there is something here, but come on, there's got to be more than that. Oh. What do I need to use when something needs to be opened? Oh.
A stone of small size, but of splendid colour. It seems to have no flaws, and I doubt that it originated in the American continent.
What is that that's between them?
Anson, with his servant, no doubt.
Definitely a man that likes hunting.
These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man. This blood on the ground came from a deep wound. I cannot budge the handle. They must have lodged something behind it to hold fast the door. Shh, Watson, listen. Whoever you are, open up. We mean you no harm. Open the door, for God's sake. It's a matter of life or death.
This is useless, Holmes.
Watson, your sensibility is appreciated. We shall come back later.
Okay.
These footsteps indicate a person of small stature, and the fact that they are so closely set suggests they made their way with great stealth.
Okay. Let's go upstairs. Rare pleasure to encounter your extraordinary altruistic attitude towards your employee, young Davy. Problems are psychological. Hears and understands quite well. Medical examination also revealed that his vocal organs are unimpaired. The diagnosis is that a psychological trauma or mental blockage is what prevents him from speaking. Concerning the coins, the discovery of the incredible talent that this young man has seems to have for figures. Reminds me of similar child prodigy cases. Okay, so Davy is a child prodigy. And Arneson's been trying to help him deal with it. Beasts of the Hunt. Okay, so this is a story about some monster in the swamps that somebody went to go kill. And Ward, apparently, the guy who went to go kill it, apparently apparently showed up insane. He spoke to him in a dream, and his awakening was soon to come.
This book has been read often. Tales of Fantastic Hunts by D. Niles.
Yep. Okay.
A newspaper from 5 days ago. Someone has torn the last page. Well, it seems Arnson tried his hand at a small riddle in this newspaper. How strange. He does not seem the type to take interest in mathematical conundrums. This metal tube is approximately 40 centimeters in length and 18 in diameter. It bears a small tag which reads, "This one without defect. My sincere apologies, E. Otis."
What the devil are you doing, Holmes?
I'm taking it. What does it look like? Is that everything in here? I think I need to get in here eventually, but it's not going to let me do so right now. There's the mosquito gate.
This should prove useful.
Why are you taking a hole in the
Closed.
tree?
Tight.
Okay.
Closed. Tight.
Closed. Tight. Okay, so I didn't get everything in there. I know I didn't because the safe was supposed to pop up when you got everything in there. This is about mosquitoes and solution. You can apply lemon juice, and apparently lemon juice repels them. Oh, and then raccoons have nests in trees.
Ah, a book on the fauna and flora of Louisiana.
Have to. I know when you get everything. Okay.
Closed. Tight.
haven't done everything yet. There has to be something more I need to do. I'll bet there's a picture I'm supposed to look at. Arnson's bed is rather spacious. Please tell me I didn't screw up by taking things out of order. That's what I hate about these adventure games. They're so finicky. I should have saved before coming in here.
Closed tight.
What do you make of this, Holmes?
I make of this a glitchy, not a glitchy, but a finicky point and click adventure game. It wants me to do everything in a specific order. Okay, maybe it's stuff here we go.
These clothes belong to a servant, and judging from their size, he is a small man.
Okay. Liquor cabinet. Yeah, I went to what do you call it? Walkthrough.
Champagne. Maybe this will satisfy that old man of the same name. Blood!
Blood! Toppled.
They killed the man who was sitting there, and the trail of blood begins here. So this would be the body they dragged through the gate.
Holmes! Here!
Oh, there's the safe upstairs. Watson finds it. Okay. So,
Very interesting.
this is in relation to the puzzle you did earlier. Unfortunately, you would have to figure it out on paper, so you're not going to see me figure it out, but you are going to see me put in the numbers. And I'm using a walkthrough to do it anyway. But basically, let me pull it out. Let me look at this documents. Here we go. So, um, 10 can be divided by 2, 1, 5, and 10. So it can be divided by 4 numbers. 9 can be divided by 1, 3, and 9, so 3 numbers. 8 can be divided by 11 can be divided only by 1 and 11, so 2 numbers. 1 can only be divided by 1, so 1. 12 can be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, and 12, so that's 6 numbers. 2 can be divided by 1 and 2, so that's 2, 1 and 3. So it's how many divisors it has, each one has. And 4 is 1, 2, and 4, so that's 3. 1 and 5 is 2. 1, 2, 3, and 6 is 4. 1 and 7 is 2. 1, 2, 4, and 8 is 4. 3, and that's it. So now we're going to go over here.
Very interesting.
You have to figure it out on paper. And it's 1, because 1 is divisible by 1 and 1 only. 2, 2, 3, 'There we go. Okay. Up, skipped it. There we go. There we go. And 6 is last.
Nothing can stop an inventive and logical mind.
Especially when the puzzle the guy used.
It's only an air pistol. I would be hard-pressed to shoot a nestling from a branch with this weapon. Besides, it's not even loaded.
That's funny, considering an air pistol was responsible for almost killing you a couple of times. And that adventure has already happened since this is after Reichenbach. Okay. Let's see if I can get into this other room now. Yes, I can. And I can't move until that starts.
What's that shouting? Something is happening.
This must have come from the stables, Holmes.
Save. Run, 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 run. I could probably map out there, but
This must have come from the stables, Holmes.
that's where I'm heading.
They've bolted the door. There's no time for anything else. We must force it open. Quickly, Watson. We must find something to serve as a battering ram.
That'll
We
work.
must act quickly, Holmes.
Then let me move.
Watson, this can serve as a ram to take down the door.
They tried to kill her. Bastards.
Watson, tend to her.
Holmes, hold on. There is a message pinned to this unhappy woman.
One English detective is worth more than that of a black maidservant. Final warning, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, she is still in shock. I must stay with her.
They know we're here, so keep your revolver handy. If you brought it with you. We must be quick. Back in here. That's a monster of a bear. You too.
Surely there is something behind this fresco. This hole must be part of some mechanism.
This is the story of the wild hunt or whatever it was.
Yes, there is something here. Strange drawing. It says, only the best gunmen earn the finest arms.
Okay.
A lovely piece. I must say it's the highlight of this exhibition, but I dare say it shall prove useful.
Didn't you say that about the macrame thing? Okay. Oh, this is a help guide. Oh, it gives you hints. Okay, so there's a hint guide in the actual thing, which just kind of highlights how difficult this is.
Ingenious. Standing on the stone activates some mechanism.
Oh, nice.
What is inscribed here? My best trophy. A strange hunter, this Arnson.
However,
this Arnson has a good sense of humor. He and this girl should be very close. Perhaps she has some information.
he's hiding the thing. Okay, so let's look at this again.
This picture is sinister. Surely there is something behind this fresco. Ingenious. Standing on the stone activates some mechanism.
You see, this is the thing. You stand on this stone, and you shoot through that eye, and it opens the wall. He wants it to be the perfect gunman. Only the best gunman can get into a secret area. It's actually
Nothing can stop an inventive and logical mind.
It's actually fairly clever, but there's ways around it, as you can see.
It is possible to take down an elephant with one shot using these weapons. Unfortunately, the metal grid is too solid to break through.
No elephant gun for me, then. Northwood Agency. This is the guy that ordered the Northwood Agency. Or maybe not. Oh, somebody else. Somebody hired them to find missing goods, and he decided that his issue was related to theirs and started helping
Very
them.
interesting.
Who are strangers to our language, mainly Chinese, Indians of various tribes, and those of Africa. So he intends to teach them the language and thinks to these skills they may find work, but where? To Speak with a stranger at the gate. Colin has a decent memory and good ear for a gardener. Here is what he heard and could recall. Search for old Sam's racks. Pass in front of the Demon Rock. Take a left in front of the jellyfish. They will not be hungry that night. Sing the call high with strength, so they will know you. Alone in the swamp late in the evening. That's why he has such a nasty appearance, and he is never there in the morning. There's something of great importance in the swamp, I am sure of it. I should not have spoken to the sheriff since then. Ashmat has become distant and wary. I am done with his impudence. If he does not come forward with what I need to know, then I shall confront him this evening. Scoundrel will tell me everything he knows, or I shall throw him out the door and report him to
How
the
dreary,
authorities.
the swamp. We must hold fast, as it is imperative that we go there tonight. Everything in good time. First, I must find Watson.
Okay. And we haven't talked to the boy yet. Oh. Double check something.
The same woman seen in the trophy photograph.
There you go. To my darling Errol, this bouquet will forever be the true symbol of our love, Lucy. That's why I made the... Oh, this is his secret room. This is the trophy room. Okay. Let's look at the map. Corridor, garden, stables. First, I want to save. There isn't much way to get killed in this, or in the game in this, in this game, but just to be on the safe side.
Perhaps it is time to take care of this young man. Everything in good time. First, I must find Watson. Watson, read this. It sheds light on a dark and sinister enterprise.
Okay.
Arneson was in contact with the Northwood Agency. He wanted to inform them about the activities of Ashmat. But why?
Because his servant was secretly selling the same stolen jewellery sought by this agency. How is she, Watson?
It will be difficult for her to speak for some time. She had a narrow escape.
Can she walk?
Yes, but why?
Come with me. Your brother is behind this door, miss. He is wounded, but only superficially. It is extremely urgent that he opens this door. Can you call to him? Perhaps it will draw him out.
David. David.
Young man, I know that you can hear and understand me. We are here at the request of your sister, who is with us now. She is very worried about you, and rightly so. The man with me is a doctor. He is going to look at your wound and ease your suffering. Please come out. Everything will be all right.
Open the door, Davy. These gentlemen talk true. Come on now. Open up the door for Eula.
Miss, you should go and get some food for your brother. He must be very hungry. Have you finished, Watson?
Well, yes.
Very well. Please understand, my young lad, and you too, Miss Eula. We are here to solve an affair that risks many people's lives. Furthermore, we have very short time to save them. As for you, young man, you know some very important things. You must tell us everything and leave nothing out.
But what are you going...
Listen to me. I will tell you a story. Davy, 5 days ago, at night, you were woken up by noises from the dining room. First you heard the voice of the gardener, and then a loud blow to the floor. You got up and took the candle, which was lit. Then you went to the dining room. On your way, you found something on the floor and picked it up. It was likely a piece of paper. Afterwards, you went to the door of the dining room and saw the dead body of Colin the gardener soaking in a pool of blood. You also saw Ashmat, the other servant, dragging Mr. Arnson, who seemed dead, towards the door. Ashmat saw you, struck at you with his knife, and caught you in the arm. Seeing that this blow had not killed you, he raised his knife to strike again and eliminate the only witness to his heinous crime. But something stayed his hand. The item you picked up was far more important. He paused to snatch it up, giving you time to run away and barricade yourself in your room.
But if you were there, why didn't you do anything?
Mr. Holmes was not there, miss. But if he tells you that things have happened in such a way, you should believe him without any doubt.
Then you are a kind of hoodoo man.
In some way.
David, do this man tell it true? Is this what happened? The good man saved us both. Do what he tells you, Davy.
Listen to your sister, young man. Now, Davy, can you recall what was on that piece of paper? Think hard now. Watson, your notebook. Be attentive to everything he draws and copy it down exactly.
Wow. That's a lot of numbers. Okay.
Holmes, can we trust these figures and make sense of them? I mean to say, consider this boy's affliction.
Ah, this boy. A strange one, isn't he? Watson, let's escort him and his sister to her employer.
This be the Gallagher's place. Thanks, misters.
Miss Ewer, we should be thanking you. Now, take good care of your brother. Watson, we must move quickly. The enemy is close at hand, and there is another place we've yet to examine.
Okay. So, that bit about lemons warding off mosquitoes. And we know where we can find lemons.
Nice lemons. Nice lemons. Nice lemons.
Do I need to use the knife?
Nice lemons.
Ugh. Oh. I pre-guessed myself. You have to... You have to make the attempt first.
Yes, Watson, we must pass this way. Before we venture further, we must find some protection from this merciless insect horde. Wait for me here.
So you have to wait till the game tells you you can go make the solution. Rather annoying. The map is rather funny too. Usually, most people wouldn't think to.
This should prove useful.
Okay. Wait, map.
Ah, Holmes! There are thousands of these mosquitoes!
Let's not use the knife on Watson.
Watson, cover yourself with lemon juice. It will protect you from mosquito stings.
I wish that were true.
Do you know any similar trick to avoid the sting of bullets? We likely need it soon.
Okay.
There are signs of a struggle here. Perhaps Arnson regained his senses and fought back. Blood, and in large quantities. This bush has been stripped of its lower leaves and slightly uprooted. Someone grabbed hold of the brambles and refused to let go. His adversary, unable to get him down due to the man's tight grasp, must have cut off his hand. I would say his right.
What a horror!
Rather, and quite determined.
Let's see if it lets me do the raccoon thing before I head out. Probably, most likely, it won't.
Ah, it's a ham. What a delectable aroma. If only I were hungry.
Nope. Okay, so I'm going to save here, pause the fraps, and start a new video.